Before servicing this mower, always disengage or remove the batteries. The side discharge chute, anti-scalp wheels, washport, and edge guard can all be replaced with the deck assembly in place. To replace the blade motor, the deck assembly must be removed. The side discharge chute is secured with 2 square neck bolts. Firmly press on this bolt from the underside and use a 10 mm socket wrench to loosen the nut from the top side. The side chute is spring-loaded, so it will be easier if you have help positioning the chute. Once the new chute is in place, move it up and down to make sure it's mounted securely. The anti-scalp wheel is secured with one 15 mm lag bolt and a 13 mm nut. During reassembly, choose the desired position first, making sure that the anti-scalp wheels extend below the deck without contacting the ground. Replacement of the washport requires a T30 Torx bit. Inspect the rubber ring and replace it if needed. To replace the edge guard, use a 10 mm socket to remove the square neck bolts. This repair is easier if the deck is raised. To replace any of the blade motors, the deck assembly must be removed from the mower. Drop the deck to the lowest cutting position, resting it on 2 pieces of 2x lumber. This allows for easier removal of the cotter pins and the pin shafts on each side of the mower. Be sure to save these for reassembly. Now push the mower back to disengage the deck from the suspension linkage. With the deck released, proceed by disconnecting the threaded motor cables. Do not mix these up during reassembly. On both models, green goes to the left and red goes to the right. On the 5200, the yellow cable goes to the center motor. The deck can now be removed from the mower. To remove any of the blade motors, turn the deck over and use an impact wrench to remove the 14 mm blade bolts. Then remove the 4 13 mm bolts that secure the blade motor. When installing the new blade motor, take note of the alignment pin before tightening the bolts. When reinstalling the blade, the printed side should face the grass. Also, be sure to follow the recommended torque settings for the blade bolt. If the deck itself needs replacement, the side chute, anti-scalp wheels, washport, and edge guard must all be removed. All of these are separate service parts and should be saved for reassembly. Please refer to the EGO service diagram and parts list for specific parts needed for these repairs. Always use genuine EGO parts.